Greetings, Westminster School community. Welcome to Andrews Memorial Chapel. Classes of 2021, 2020, 2019, and 2018. Welcome, faculty and staff colleagues. Westminster School was founded in 1888. We've started our 130th school year. To begin, in this chapel setting, let's pause to reflect on yesterday's anniversary of September 11th. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Joining together to sing hymns has long been a powerful expression of community. For our first chapel, let's join together enthusiastically in singing our school hymn, arranged by H. Allen Dingwall, a Westminster parent whose son was in the class of 1938. Please stand and open your hymnal supplement titled Song and Spirit, page 5. New school years are a time for introductions, and I hope that over the next few days and even weeks, all of you will reach out on a regular basis to introduce yourselves so that we can all get to know each other better. To begin this process, I'm the headmaster. Mrs. Phillip lives with me in Pratt House, which is the yellow home behind this chapel. I joined the faculty at Westminster in 1983. Mrs. Phillip joined me here in Williams Hill in 1985. We brought up our two daughters here in this campus community. Kate graduated with the class of 2006, and Allie with the class of 2009. Adjoining the sixth form lawn and commencement lawn, this spiritual space of Andrews Memorial Chapel resonates for alumni of Westminster School as a symbolic representation of our school's inspiring ethos and distinguishing values. In fact, the chapel you're sitting in is the third chapel in this location. Hay Memorial Chapel was first dedicated in 1902 and burnt down in 1904. Hay family then made another gift to rebuild the chapel in 1905. As our school grew in size from around 100 to as many as 160 in the mid-1950s, Hay Memorial Chapel could no longer accommodate students and faculty. So in 1962, it was replaced by Andrews Memorial Chapel, which today comfortably accommodates all students and faculty. Fundamentally, we cultivate, nourish, and celebrate our community here. I'd ask that you always respect this special space where generations of our students and faculty have gathered as a community. And I hope that you will cherish it too. In many different ways, this chapel space encourages us to reflect beyond our own personal concerns, to think of others, to appreciate their sacrifices, to be compassionate, sensitive, inclusive, empathetic, and aware. Simply put, while in this chapel, I hope that we will learn many lessons about the values at the foundation of a successful community. Lessons that will help us make a difference in our endeavors and in the world beyond Williams Hill. The world that we are reminded of every day as we gaze out on the beautiful view of the Farmington River Valley from behind this chapel. Andrews Memorial Chapel joins Cushing Hall, Kai's House, and now Armstrong Dining Hall to circle the sixth form lawn at the heart of our school. Over commencement weekend, the class of 2017 invited today's sixth formers onto the sixth form lawn. In the process, the class of 2018 accepted its leadership role for this school year. Last Friday morning, we celebrated the pin ceremony on the sixth form lawn. Following, here in Andrews Memorial Chapel, new students signed the book signifying their membership in this school community. Whereas we learn academic lessons in Armour Academic Center, or lessons about the visual performing arts in Hamilton Art Studio or Warner Centennial Center, or develop athletic skills and teamwork in our gyms in Jackson Rink and Sherman Athletic Center or on many fields, we embrace community in these spaces surrounding the sixth form lawn. We gather here in Andrews Chapel twice each week to hear from each other about our various experiences and circumstances. All students begin their journey at Westminster School in Kai's House with admissions. In Cushing Hall, with the completion of the Brockman Student Center around the holidays, we'll gather informally in a beautiful new space each day. In Armstrong Dining Hall, we enjoy our meals together, including family-style lunches. Family-style lunches, seating assignments will rotate each week so that by the end of the school year, all of us will spend time with many in our school community whose company we might not otherwise have enjoyed. Why, at Westminster School, do we assign such importance and so much time to community? This emphasis on the lessons related to community is intended in no way to diminish the importance of the other lessons that you will learn at this school. I taught history here for 25 years, and I continue to believe the lessons taught in the history classroom, just as the case for all the lessons taught in our English, math, language, science, and arts classes, define great schools. However, there are many great schools in this country and around the world. At Westminster, our aspiration as a school extends well beyond teaching academic lessons. Rather, we aspire to teach lessons which will inform a lifetime. Around our nation and around the globe, we live in very fractured times. Self-interest seems paramount. Too often we neglect what we share in common. We neglect the importance of the relationships which bind us together among our communities and in our humanity. In this context, there are no more critical lessons than learning from each other. Learning about our different circumstances and experiences, both appreciating our differences and appreciating what we share in common. At Westminster, this goal is not just an aspiration. Rather, it is built into our program intentionally. And underscored here at the heart of our school community in the spaces surrounding the sixth form lawn. The world that we all share needs more people who are comfortable speaking with, learning from, cooperating with, and working with those from different circumstances, whose lives include unfamiliar experiences, and whose perspectives might vary from our own. Too often these differences seem threatening and frightening because they are not familiar, whereas actually those differences are enriching, since new perspectives offer fresh pathways for us to advance in the process, enhancing everyone's experience. As a history teacher, I would encourage my students to appreciate context and various perspectives. I often challenge my students to articulate opposing perspectives before arriving at their own firm convictions, since only by considering the perspectives of those with whom they might disagree could they appreciate the relevant issues. In contrast, today's social media offers comforting affirmations to those with similar perspectives. In short, we are enriched when we cultivate new relationships, especially with those with whom we are not familiar. As we seek to listen to each other and to understand each other, we become more informed, more sensitive, more accommodating, more humble, and more respectful. We consider new perspectives and new frames of reference. We discover new points of view. We become less dogmatic and more comfortably accommodate nuance. In this unsettled national and international context, communities seem especially precious enterprises. Communities bind individuals together through the power of relationships. In a community, we feel connected, valued, and safe because we are not alone. Which is not to say that everyone in the community is the same or even shares the same priorities. In fact, communities often include very different people with different aspirations and from different circumstances. But these people know each other and care about each other. They respect each other's sensibilities, and they appreciate that compromise is essential to moving forward. By engaging with each other, we enrich our experience. However, this engagement in community requires a sustained commitment. And at Westminster School, that commitment begins here at the heart of our school, in the spaces surrounding the sixth form lawn. Successful communities are challenging enterprises for many reasons. Obviously, everyone doesn't get along with each other all the time. At times, in ways large and small, in ways intentional and unintentional, each of us can be selfish, self-absorbed, and insensitive. By pausing our daily routines to talk with each other and to attend to daily courtesies such as greeting each other in a friendly manner, holding the door, taking our hats off and inside, and being polite, respectful, and humble, we affirm that we are aware and care for other people. By setting aside time in our busy schedule for weekly chapel services, family-style meals, and community gatherings, by engaging with each other meaningfully, by taking off our headphones and putting away our devices, we express our interest in and sensitivity to and concern for other people. Importantly, this commitment is not just selfless. All of us learn so many lessons from each other. In fact, it is these lessons which truly distinguish the Westminster School experience. So as we head into the new school year, let's commit to a community ethos that embraces our respect for other people, where we reflect upon our personal concerns and beyond our personal concerns, where we seek to dignify other people, where we strive to make someone else's day a bit better, where we are kind and courteous. On a daily basis, let's seek to learn lessons from each other, whether in the classrooms, in the studios, on stage, on teams, or in residences. Let's learn to share, to listen, to appreciate, to cooperate, and to compromise. Our world will be a better place, a more stable place, a more prosperous place, and a more accepting place with more people embrace a community ethos. We share this magnificent campus, people from distant homes, from different cultures, from divergent personal circumstances, who speak different languages and honor different customs. In our day-to-day life at Westminster, we're going to strive for an inclusive, welcoming perspective, a perspective that celebrates the diversity that defines our campus community and our larger world. As captured in our school's motto, Grit and Grace, a perspective of that sort is filled with grace. In the spirit of our school community, martlets fly together, even more, martlets soar together. Let's join in reciting prayer 16 on page 33 in Song and Spirit. O Lord, bless our schools and colleges and universities, and especially Westminster School. They may be lively centers for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom. Grant that those who teach and those who learn may find their truth in Thee and stand as witnesses to that truth before the world.